Oh, you're really close.
I got it.
Nice.
An indicator
Scotty
light
says,
just turned
"What's
on.
this main
Now
character's
it should
name
work.
again?" It's Dan Nazione.
Dan Nazione. Right, Detective Dan Nazione to you. That's his catchphrase.
Maria De Niro.
Right, Maria De Niro. Mother Mary. I think we broke Keith.
Perfect.
It's not actually Dan Nazione.
No.
That's just a thing he says a lot.
It's Jack Maria Del Nero. Or Nero, I don't
Del
know. I think
Nero?
it's Del Nero.
Well, this looks like fun.
Trico says it's Dick McNor guy.
Right. It's weird they let an Irish character, be the lead. This guy, there's no doubt that this guy is a shittier character than Cole Phelps. Like, I have problems with Cole Phelps, but as far as characters go, this guy is the worst.
I mean, he's barely a character.
JFab says, Papa Razanazzi is his name. Yep, that's right.
That's right.
Papa Razanazzi.
Yeah, I think that's... What am I even...
Keith said,
I think you're
Cole
probably trying to
Phelps?
move that to that bridge that's all melty in the water.
No, but I can't. It won't let me.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I have to get it across here.
What's that? Oh.
Because I can't move things in that direction at all.
That's really weird.
Yeah, you're doing this right.
I mean, is that it? Like, I don't... Bleh.
No, they need to be more connected than that, I think.
There need to be what?
You'll know when it's right.
But I don't know how to get it right, I guess is what I'm...
You gotta move the police to the positions shown below.
Cool. How do I get right?
It is...
Making it diagonal seems like a good idea.
It's not.
Oh.
What you're doing now is the right, is like higher. You want that to be a little bit, you want it to be off the wall. I guess maybe not.
Oh, because that thing has a really long side part.
Right.
I see. No, what?
No, actually, you actually want the long thing.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. When you say the long thing, I don't know what the fuck that means.
That's the right there. The wait, no, back.
The long gray
Dude,
part?
you could be like 30 seconds behind me. I don't have a fucking clue what you're saying.
The long, like grayish, greenish part.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
so you see how
What
there's the
about
long
that
one and the short one. The short one should be connected to your side, and the long version the long side should be towards the middle of the water.
Okay.
And then you can put that boat skeleton on the gray one.
And do I want it up or down? Like, what do I...
Wait. That's the part that's hard for me to tell. You want to be able to walk onto it, so you want that part to be
Like at level?
at level with the platform thing you're on.
Bleh.
It's a good thing these controls are so intuitive.
Yep.
Fuck, I hate...
This looks... I'm looking at this image and I can't...
I guess I'll
You
just
want-
see
These
if...
wooden planks are lifted by...
No, you want like
Located
the
where they
bigger
are.
ribs to be... Yeah. That way. Yep, that's it. I think that you...
It won't let me. It still says...
Oh,
says
it will go away when it's right.
Yeah, it won't let me.
Let's see. Do you want to see the image?
Whoa, I got it,
Yes,
somehow.
If I position them like
Good
this,
job.
I should be able to reach the
I don't know
opposite
why.
side of the shipyard. Good.
You can see why this is a
Time to
hard
use
fucking thing for me to
this
describe.
Let's get the girl and go. In the balance. I'm always in the balance.
Yeah, I have no idea where
Whether
Phil's
it's a
character is. I
whiskey
can't see him
bottle
on the
or
screen
wooden
at all.
planks,
Oh, I see him
makes no
by that like
difference.
control
My
console.
life is always
Blending in
in
with the rest of the
balance.
brown.
Serious time. Cutscenes.
No.
Nope, we're done. Never mind.
That phrase doesn't mean anything. The thing he just said.
Without any possible
He just said. He just said, "My life is always in balance, whether it's boards or whiskey. It's always in balance," and that doesn't mean anything.
Boat launches.
It doesn't mean anything.
We'll never see the sea.
It means that when he drinks whiskey, he does so by operating the bottle with a system of cranes and pulleys. And
Incredible machine for getting drunk.
yes.
I doubt I'd be able to open the door as long as there's this bin in the way. It probably weighs at least double my weight. It's impossible. As long as this barrel stays there.
What the fuck?
Barrels.
Cool.
As long as it probably...
What am I supposed to... Man.
You can. I believe in you.
Can I shoot at it? Can I just shoot
Nope.
at it?
Nope. You have to get a thing.
I have to get a thing?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Boat launches that, luckily, we'll never see. Maybe one of the nails used on these boats could be helpful.
You sound so defeated, Phil.
This game.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Why
The
would you
rust
do
doesn't
this?
seem to have
You gotta
corroded
get a nail.
It can still be used.
Why?
You need
It's a
to-
steak. It's like something I'd use to kill a vampire.
This nail isn't coming out. This nail isn't coming out.
Back in the 40s, man, I tell you,
This nail
nails were
isn't
fucking
coming
for
up.
real back then.
Yeah. Yep.
Not like nails these days.
I don't understand what you're doing with these nails that you couldn't like do with your lock picks or something.
Heart of Gold asks, why is this game called Face Noir?
I looked that up. I looked it up. They'll tell you in the sequel, Face Noir 2.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We won't know until the sequel that we'll probably end up playing because we're fucking idiots.
That's the second.
If I can put a hole in the bottom of the barrel, I could empty it. Once it's empty, it shouldn't be a
Oh,
problem. to
yeah.
move it.
Put a hole in the bottom of the barrel without
Right.
lifting it.
Good.
Fucking
I can
brilliant.
leave this damn shipyard.
Okay. How is he gonna bash that nail in with his hand?
He'll just like, boom, palm chop.
Oh,
He knows
God.
he knows a guy who knows kung fu. Don't worry about it.
John,
Oh, God, this guy again.
where you go? Nowhere in particular.
Oh, your
Start
face.
the car. We have to leave quickly.
What have happened? You
No,
have hidden
Mr.
trouble
Fly.
again?
Oh,
Enough
fuck this guy.
questions. Get ready to leave. I have to get something
Where's
from the
that
yard,
kid?
and then we'll go.
Oh, this is the worst.
I don't like this.
Oh, this is the like it. It's just the
This is Keith's first time seeing this, so he didn't realize how racist the game was until just now.
super racist.
It's worth mentioning that that character has a Steam trading card and it just says I'm Mexican on it.
Yep.
I
At
missed
the
that
port,
bit
you
from
find
last
whatever's
time.
left behind. Until now, I found a dead body and a kid.
yeah.
Maybe
You
someone
guys,
else
I'm
is
so
lucky.
upset.
You need go to police. I don't want to be accused of kidnapping
Mr.
because of
Flying Ninja.
Get the police and
Flying
drive.
Ninja. His card says Jack Maria Del Nero, not Jack Mania. I wish it said Jack Mania.
Someone is looking for this girl, and it looks like they would do anything to get her. Taking her to my house.
Thomas
would be
points out,
stupid. You only
which we
need
talked
half
about
a
last
brain
time.
and a telephone book to
What's
figure out where I
especially
live. Man,
especially
I need
racist
a
about
safe
this is
place.
even the subtitles
Uh-huh.
have that terrible accent.
No.
John, you wait here and watch the girl.
There were cops with Irish accents, right? And they didn't
They did
have
not have,
subtitles. that
correct.
would- Yeah.
Correct.
Keith says the liner notes probably didn't say anything about race. Probably not.
Whatever. Let's forget about it. Just take care of the girl.
But they far away. Fuck this game.
Wait, is he making the cab driver take care of the girl?
I think so.
This
Yes.
place is.
But he's going to go see a woman right now.
I've stopped saying. No,
Never-
I don't trust
Closed.
John.
Never make a white person do the job of a Chinese. That's what he
guess.
believes.
It's all dark and
I had
He's
a
a real
joke I was gonna
American.
make, and I was like, no, I don't even want to make this joke.
Too racist.
and I'd
It's
rather
not.
Mr. Scott says, what a shitty cop. We're not actually a cop. We are a private dick. Yeah, am I supposed to just break in? I don't know, man.
I can't break open.
What am I
No, you were doing it right before
Which part?
when you try to get in the front door.
He won't go in.
You should probably just keep going.
Jesus.
Damnation. Greta, answer me.
Danazio. There it is.
Who
His-
is this?
Greta,
His
it's Jack.
catchphrase.
Jack? Do you know what time it is?
I know, Greta, but I need your help.
Jack
Can't
Maria
make up
Del
your
Nero
mind
to
on
you,
what
Warple
brand of
fam.
whiskey to get drunk on?
It's got nothing to do
Pete
with
says,
booze.
man,
No.
I love video games
First,
and
tell me
cultural
why you went
oppression.
to my
How can I express that in one horribly uncomfortable
I'll
package?
tell you.
I have no intention of opening this door unless you give me a good reason to do so. What was that?
The reason why I'm here.
But that's a kid's voice.
That was the
What
terror.
trouble are
You guys
in?
didn't hear it, but
Let
that was
me
a
in and I'll tell
terrifying
you the whole
giggle.
story.
I'm listening.
While I'm explaining the whole thing,
Oh my
helps me
God.
with my busted lip.
That was like something from
That ace
Slender.
report almost ripped off
Also,
my
how did she
jaw.
hear that from
I tell her
inside
about
that
Shauna,
restaurant?
The girl, and why I came here. After some convincing, she agrees to take care of the girl. When she's done cleaning me up, she takes the
Also,
girl
that girl
upstairs
wasn't a
and
baby.
is
That
kind
giggle
enough
was
to
like
leave
a baby
bottle of whiskey
giggle.
on
Thomas says that was one of the little girls
Knowing
from The
fact
Shining.
That my cut lip might reopen.
There
I
we
down
go.
a few glasses.
Now the woman's gonna
I
take
need
care
to
of the girl.
relax, and nothing relaxes me like a good whiskey.
Can bond over their creepy mitten hands.
Nothing relaxes me like a good whiskey.
Like a good whiskey.
I love a good whiskey.
One whiskey unit,
Mr. Fly
please.
Ninja says, holy shit, she has octopus arms. I guess that was supposed to symbolize the passage of time?
Right, but not in the direction you think.
Yeah, wait,
Come
what?
on. Wake up. We need to get on board.
Not forward or backwards, but sideways.
Right, sideways.
Right. We have a boat. to
Starring
catch.
Jack Del Nero.
Boat. Great.
What?
It's
Yay,
the
we're
car
back
that I came
here.
in. It's the
Great
car that I came in.
place.
This is my
Who
favorite.
am I
place.
playing as someone
No,
else?
I can't use
Yep.
the car.
The fun is
Based on how
shining.
things are turning out, the
What?
only way I can leave this city
It says on
is
the
by
wall, the
sea.
fun is shining.
Where does it say that?
Is
What?
this his partner who we found dead? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I see.
We're
Says
getting like the
right there,
setup?
number two
Apart from the
before.
rotten
I
wood,
see it now.
Oh, the sun. The sun is shining.
Do you think his old partner has to solve shitty crime or shitty puzzles too?
The harbor master's off.
I mean, I don't want to make any promises.
Is he a ponytail?
Is this where you're bored?
Son.
No, there's
God,
somebody on his back.
voice.
Oh, right, that kid. Oh, God.
Was his voice really racist too?
Oh, her hands! No, she has lobster hands.
Now is running around and doing things halfway.
It's a condition, okay.
Time, otherwise
Jesus Christ.
you just end up with a bunch of crap.
Those hands.
I'll keep that in mind, but I need to get on board urgently.
It's a kill. It's just,
I
yeah.
don't know what brought you and that little girl here. but
Don't fucking
this is the
shame her.
first.
Don't hand shame her.
Only sailors and fishermen leave from
She's
here.
already really
You don't
self-conscious.
seem to be either.
I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try and chill out. Not gonna overreact to the hands. You know, she doesn't deserve that. She's already freaked out. I don't want to make her more upset.
Skin mittens are really warm and cost
Oh.
effective. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, no! What happened to her hands?
Now,
I'm sorry. I tried to stay calm. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna be a good father. I'm gonna be. Oh Jesus! Can't she cover him up or something?
No, they are covered up. They're much worse than that without the coverings.
Jay Fabulous has a great, great emoticon. in the-
Good
in the chat room.
America.
Scratty B says, "Give real hands." Mr. Flyman just says, "I'm Detective Red McIrish Blarney. What do you know about this human lobster hybrid?"
It's a real mystery.
Give real hands.
to
Holy
board,
shit!
it's a matter of life and death.
I'm sorry, but like I already said, without
Tolo has a
documents,
question.
I can't
Tolo
find
asks,
anyone named
so when we
here.
meet a black character with an English accent that introduces himself as Nigel, then have Noir Man Jaded just go, I think I'll call you Jungle Man for short.
God damn it.
The thing is, they've already done that in this game, and it's Jazz Man. There's all sorts of jazz
That's right.
people.
At the beginning of the game, we went to like a hotel with where basically the
In
lead
Harlem.
character, in Harlem, and the lead character talked about how all the black people are jazz musicians.
Yeah.
Well, why else would you have framed pictures of black people?
He says
on the
he doesn't sound
walls?
Irish. He just sounds tired and annoyed that he's a voice actor.
Gotta pay the bills, man.
Tolo says my joke was a real thing. Fuck this game.
Forget about it.
Whatever.
All right, so
These wooden crates. I don't know the time or the pier where the
This
ship
is about to
will
get
have
super
docks.
confusing.
Oh, it's about to get super
Yeah,
confusing.
I know it's been really easy to follow so far,
Suddenly.
but suddenly the continuity here is just going to get all over the place.
One of
I mean,
those
we did
rods
just
that
go
are
back
used
in
to measure
time
the
and
depth of
become
the
another
water.
person.
We did.
So,
It's true.
If I need it later on, I know where to find it.
oh, Jesus. Yeah, I wonder if I'm gonna need that later on. I wonder.
that's a really short
No, I'd say that the sun is
rod
not
if it's
shining
meant to
today.
measure the depth of water at the port. It should
Impossible.
be more than like a meter.
No,
There's
it's
some
good. It's
empty
good.
bottles.
It's deep enough.
I'd
I
say
could.
that it's
I could
gone
wade.
from the label. If they were full, the thought would have crossed my.
Oh, see, he wants to drink because he's Irish.
There's not much.
No, I get it.
It's a terrible.
I'm
Is
following.
grog a specific type?
I thought that was a thing that pirates drink.
Yeah, I think that's. Janine is right.
I think it's grog
With a
from the
black
label.
substance. From the smell, I'd say it's
Yeah, I feel like it's just
a public
a
telephone.
generic
It's sad, but
pirate drink. What am I supposed to do here?
Supposed to, get on the. Did you show the identity document to the harbor master?
I didn't know I had that. I
Yeah.
just looked into my thing now.
John Ford, born in Portland.
What do you think they'd do if you
1898.
went to like a pub
I'd
and
better
asked for
remember
some
this. It
grog?
would be my identity for a long time.
Are you adding like R afterwards, or are you just like?
No, you just have to
Saint
be like
Marie.
straight faced. You
That's
can't
the only
even
thing
let
I can
them
do.
know
Ask
that
for it,
you have
like,
a
straight
fixie
up.
parked
Can't
outside.
make out the rest.
Mr. Flanagan just said, this brings me back to my childhood, when strange Irishmen carried me around dreary dockside warehouses. That can't be good for his back. Her just hanging on like that, especially with those
Right.
creepy lobster
I mean,
hands.
he has a strong back because he's Irish, so he probably has a lot
Here
of
are my
experience
papers.
like picking potatoes or something.
Jesus.
He's strong.
Jesus Christ.
So your
Hey,
name
I'm
is
just
John
intuiting what's in his
Ford.
character file, okay?
Hey,
Keith
keep
says,
them on me.
I'll have a
What
glass of
ship
your
do you
finest
need to
grog and
board,
adored for the
John
lady.
Ford?
The Saint Marie. Saint Marie something. I don't remember the whole name.
The Sainte Marie de la Mer. I know that you aren't a sailor. or
J.
a
Fabulous says,
fisherman,
Janine with
but at
historically
least
appropriate
try to
racism.
study
Thank you.
it hard better for
She
the next
never
time,
lets me down.
Won't be a next time.
One last thing. The girl's boarding documents are in order, but her name
Mike
isn't
Beasley is calling us
on them.
lobster-hating
Is she
bigots.
your daughter?
No, we don't hate lobsters.
Yes, she's my
Lobsters
daughter.
I'm fine with.
What's her name?
We hate lobster-human
Emily.
hybrids.
Emily Fard.
Okay, the documents are in order. The Sainte Marie de la Mer will dock in a few hours.
Thanks.
Good luck, son. You'll need it.
Great.
I have
Emily
this muted
Dord,
most
I
of the
think.
time, so when that guy is talking, or actually when anyone's talking, it just kind of looks like they're chewing something really tough.
Okay, now we're changing time again.
Wait, that was all you had to do?
Jack.
Look around and talk to a guy?
Alright, so now we're going back forward in time.
Oh,
Back to the
Jack.
future.
okay.
It seems like my bar is making you sleepy lately.
Oh, lady, your face.
It was just a few seconds of
Do you think she's hiding lobster hands
You were
too?
saying a name during your moment of
We already
fatigue.
saw her lobster
What
hands.
name?
Wink.
You were talking about...
Also, her ears look like they're made of plasticine, so they're probably just ornamental, so she
Just
can
had a
fit
bad
in.
dream. Speaking of which, did you take care
Yeah.
of the girl?
You know what? I just wish that they would just admit what
She's
they
sleeping
were.
peacefully in
Just,
my room.
you know, don't wear the fake human ears. Show me your weird lobster antenna.
Dead on your feet.
I
It's just
can't leave the
depressing.
girl here and go away.
Calm down. I'll take the opportunity.
God, will you just put on some music and make her shut up already?
Oh, you should also tell me what do I have to do with your
Mr.
new
Scott
friend?
says my computer crashed. What did I miss?
The Chinese
Just the
typewriter.
worst shit.
Ah,
Yeah.
just gone. I almost
Now that
forgot
you
about
tamed
him.
this one with music,
I'm
she's
not
taking care of a
crazy
child
about the
for you,
idea that he might
and
be
she's just
going
gonna clean
around
up while
telling
you're
half
doing
the
whatever.
world that he found
We should
a
say
girl.
there was you know, there was one person on Twitter
I
who
know.
watched our last episode and was very,
Don't worry.
you know, really thought we were going too far.
He wakes up.
To be fair,
And what I wanted to, I did want to say,
As soon as this thing's over, I'll buy you dinner
that
at one of those clubs. on the
one thing that he
Upper East
reminded me to
Side
say that I
like
don't think
so
we made
much.
clear last time is like, even when we're making fun of games,
Anyway, get out of
we
here
say this a
before I
lot,
fall
so I
asleep on
kind
my
of take it for
bar.
granted that people know it.
mhm.
I don't think we're necessarily always saying like, man, the people who made this are awful, or
Yeah.
that they necessarily even understood what they were doing.
that I'm fine with, yeah. Yeah.
But
I think the line gets a little blurry when it comes to, like, weird racist
Nuts
shit.
that-
yeah.
Like,
I think.
I get that it's hard to write.
Jack, go
Yeah.
to sleep.
I think
You're
one of the
dead on your
most
feet.
important distinctions to make is like bad games still take a lot of work.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
people don't work on things that hard. Like especially, you know, little indie projects and stuff like this. This is an indie game.
Better
This
not
was like
wake
two
him up.
people.
You can't
Two
cause
people.
You
him
don't work
trouble
on
as
stuff
long
like
as he's
this
asleep.
unless, you know, you're invested in it and you're interested in
Tolvo
what
says,
you're
in
doing.
this
and
case,
think you're
though-
doing something cool.
Tolvo said, in this case, though, whoever made the game was a racist, or at the very
Right.
least, I will say they have
They did a
racist.
racist
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
The thing that they did was racist. I don't know.
We've
what
talked
the-
about that a lot
I-
before too.
yeah, I
Austin.
think- More likely than not, what they think they're doing here is like homage,
Yep,
you know?
to a genre. This was the point that the guy who called Phil and I and Hot
Yeah.
Sauce and Chat out on stream or on Twitter earlier too.
Yes.
He was like, "We guys don't understand. This is noir. And noir is filled with racism and sexism. That's just how noir is. As if it's like some universal fucking truth of the world. Like,
Fahrenheit
And you
says
get
they
this
may be
information
racist, but they're spreading awareness for cleft hands.
Know everything about
No, I mean like I've watched a lot of noir. I
Same.
took a noir class in college. I
No
love
vested
film noir.
interest there.
There is plenty of great noir out there, even noir that was made at the time. That is not does not have like heavily embedded racism in it.
Yeah.
Or
That's
even if
not
it
that's
did.
not that's not a that's not a signature.
Right.
If you're making a list of the top 10 things that define good noir, super racist characters probably shouldn't be on that list.
Exactly.
Damn
And
Russian skin
it's one of those
Oh
things.
boy!
that-
Oh jeez!
it's something about to happen. Oh fucking.
What's a skinflint? What does that mean?
What can I do for you?
Whoa.
I've never encountered that.
I didn't even I wasn't even paying attention to the talk, so I didn't realize that this guy is like a super heavily accented Russian.
Still not in his
Why
subtitles
isn't the
though.
heat working?
Problems with boil. It doesn't
What
want
is a
to turn on.
skinflint, Austin? I know you're
Call a
googling it.
technician.
Nah, technicians are good for
Um,
nothing and want much money. Boiler is
A person who spends as little money as possible. A miser.
like new.
Yeah.
Until it breaks down.
You know, a
again next
skinflint.
month.
A damned Russian skinflint.
Okay.
Goodbye, Slim.
Goodbye.
Well, like, that's the other thing that was frustrating about that guy on Twitter was that his position was like, don't you get it? It's noir. Like, racism was a real thing at that time. That they really show it. Like, no, that wasn't.
Voice.
This isn't like, oh,
I
look
mean,
at how
racism's
awful.
a real thing now too.
Like, this isn't a critique of structural racism in the 1930s, right? Like, this is just
It kind of
eye
ties
necessary.
into that thing where people, you know, will use it's
satire,
satire as like
yeah.
Always
as like
buy the
a
votes that you can't win
free
with your
pass, but
ideas.
that's not really how it works.
Cardinal Rastinger gets up in arms about alcohol abuse. This is the kind of news that tells me that the church and I will
And it
never
also
get
ties
along
into
too
that
well.
discussion that kind of came up during Brad Muir's Massive Chalice funding period, where, you know, they decided to include
First, if he went to the
characters
police
of multiple
alone-
races, multiple ethnicities, male and female. I I believe even various sexualities. And the kind of question came like, well, that's not true. That's weird because in medieval Europe there weren't those things. It was all dudes. It was all white dudes. And one, that's wrong. But two, it opens the question to like, well, when we write works of fiction, to what degree are we tied to some historical truth? To what degree should we represent that truth as it was represented in the pop culture of its time versus...
Especially when you're still fighting dragons and shit.
Exactly. Dragons do... Why are all elves white people? Like,
is a crime.
Thomas brings up, isn't that the same argument with Django Unchained? And Lumberjack Bonanza points out correctly, Django Unchained is not even remotely on the same level as this. So like, there are totally things you could point at in Django Unchained and say, hey, maybe this is a little problematic. Like, I think that's totally fair and worth talking about. But I don't think there's anything in that movie that's on this level of like,
not even close.
Of just not even, like, just completely thoughtless.
Mm-hmm. I think thoughtless is a really key word there.
I don't. What am I supposed to do with this guy?
Goodbye.
I need to pay him. Can I just pay him? I don't think I have enough money.
You should probably file a false report or something against him and just get him taken away.
It says you should give money to him.
Really?
Yeah.
You could shoot him.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yep. That sounds.
Or jingle your keys in front of his face.
Russian skinflints just get distracted the second any jingling happens.
Keep the money.
Smart laxatives is here.
Yeah.
Everybody calm down.
The first thing you heard was probably me saying something about Russian skinflints. Great. Great.
A police detective.
One Ballard. He woke me up in the middle of night to ask about you. And when he found you weren't here, he asked to see your apartment.
Did you let him in?
Of course. I don't have any intention of upsetting police to protect the...
One of the undercurrents in Django Unchained that was fairly interesting, right, is this idea that the Christoph Waltz character kind of introduces that, they don't say this directly, but that African American culture doesn't have a Siegfried, right? There's this great scene in that movie where the Christoph Waltz bounty hunter character is talking about Siegfried and Brunhild and the kind of ring cycle story. And Django Unchained is definitely mirroring a lot of that story, obviously, but like the undercurrent there is like Django acts as this African American traditional hero with all of the problems that are entailed with that stuff. But I think it's very intentional that it's a recreation of this style of mythology that whatever the natural race that positions itself as such often.
Snorlax sort of says, "Wait, are we comparing Face Noir to Django Unchained?" I mean, obviously, it's an obvious comparison. Right. We had to talk about it. We had to get it out of the way. Fahrenheit points out. Often people fall into derogatory tropes not because they're actually bad people, but rather just poor writing. And that's sort of what I was trying to get to earlier when I was like, I don't know if I don't know that I don't know the people who made this. I can't necessarily like go out of my way to say like these people are racist, right. but I can say that like that they made something that whether they intended to or not.
Documents and
tropes in general they're like storytelling shorthand, and
sometimes
if you only have a certain amount of time to explain a character, then relying on tropes like that can make it you can get to the meat of the story quicker. But when you start involving race, culture, and stuff
when you start
in those
reducing
tropes,
those characters to those tropes, especially when those tropes are completely aligned with race, gender, sexuality, stuff like that. And we had the problem with the characterization of the dude in that bar who was clearly, was supposed to be a look at or a version of that the Peter Lorre character from I almost said Millennium Falcon, not that Maltese Falcon.
Hold on, serious time.
Okay. Let's see if we're going
time.
to Canada soon.
Back in time again.
Leaving New York, Professor Zindler, and this whole mess behind us. We made it. We're safe, I think. But the barrel of a gun between the shoulder blades makes me think otherwise.
Who's a vampire? Oh, we should play the vampire game.
It's the Turk. He found us. With a sleight of hand worthy of a surgeon, he slides his hand over me holster, puts on the safety, and takes me gun. He pushes the gun into me back and starts talking with that horrible accent of his. He's talking about something, but I'm not listening. I'm too focused on
J-Fab
finding
says,
a way
"Oh
to
no,
get
a
out of this
Turk."
situation. I can't think of anything. If I make one false move, the Turk
Starts
will pump
talking with
my
that
gun
horrible
full of lead.
accent of his.
All of a
Great.
sudden, fortune smiles on me. A big wave hits the boat, sending it rocking. The Turk loses his balance.
Great,
A fraction of a second,
Why
and I'm
is this
on him.
trying so
His
hard to be a
gun lets off
rainbow
shot.
of
I
just
ignore it. I
terrible
don't have time to
things?
figure out what it hit. I gather all my strength and head for the hold.
Like
The
they're-
Turk falls like a sack of bricks. That should keep him in line for a little while. Grabbing Emily, I get off the boat. They know where I am, and I have to hurry up and run away. I don't have much time.
Thomas says a lot of people attacked Django because of its racism, and I don't know that I agree with, like,
Me either.
there's some discussion about it, but I don't think, I never got the sense that a lot of people were attacking
Well,
it.
and then the second thing is that Thomas says that the defense was that it was a period piece, and that's the correct defense, and I disagree with that. The defense isn't that it's a period piece. It's that the ways it handled race were to a greater effect.
Yeah.
That it wasn't just that it had people, it didn't just say nigger because that's what people said back then. That's not a really great defense. Like, it's an all right defense in certain cases. But the more important thing is that there's a thematic weight to the way it was used, that it did something for the film that isn't just about showing an actual period in time. It's about communicating something larger than this is what happened, but like this is what happened from a perspective that isn't often shown or something.
Thomas says, around my parts it was attacked, and I think he's referring to 1940s New York. Something Thomas says, yeah, like the only case where it's a period piece makes sense is if you're literally talking about primary sources, like stuff actually from that era.
Yeah, totally.